Hello, I'm David Chaston with 989, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of the latest dairy auction. But first, there was a big increase in the US trade deficit in March, its largest monthly trade deficit in 7 years, and fueled concerns that their economy may have contracted in the first 3 months of the year. The politically sensitive goods and services deficit rose to $51 billion in March, up 40% from February. Exports there rose less than 1%, while imports grew almost 8% and helped keep China going. Back home, the overnight dairy auction was pretty much a non-event as far as markets are concerned this morning. Prices are down 3.5% in US dollars, down 3.1% in New Zealand currency, but the important whole milk powder price was down only 1.8%, and giving the suggestion that this recent run of declines may now be nearing its end. However, we are at the point where the Global Dairy Trade Index is now at its lowest point in almost 6 years, although in New Zealand currency it is only a 2015 low. The currency markets ignored the data. Currency markets don't always react in the ways you might expect. Late yesterday, the RBA cut its official cash rate to 2%, an all-time low. Mortgage lenders there mostly signalled they would pass on the cut and do that by reducing term deposit offers. Somewhat surprisingly, the Australian dollar rose on the news, especially against the Kiwi dollar, which fell almost 1 cent on the cross rate. That is despite an expanded yield premium the Kiwi now enjoys. Perhaps one reason was the schizophrenic nature of the RBA assessment. Their commentary pointed out all the improved trends made in the recent moderate growth, but they cut anyway. It seems odd to me. Even more odd was when they noted that the US Fed will be raising rates later this year. Glenn Stevens is always a puzzle. One big influence on Australia is Indonesia, and yesterday they reported slowing growth, lower than what markets were expecting. It is a stumble that will affect many other countries in the region and is being driven by sagging China demand. Analysts are not now expecting any improvement soon. Going the other way, however, the EU said overnight that their growth prospects are brightening. In New York, US Treasury 10-year benchmark yields added to its run of steady rises and is now at 2.18%. The US oil price also rose and is now at $60 a barrel, while the Brent crude price was higher too, at $68 a barrel in today's trading. The gold price is seeing gains as well and is now at $1,195 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar starts today marginally higher at 75.7 US cents, almost 1 cent lower against the Aussie at 95.2 Aussie cents and 67.6 Euro cents. The TWI is virtually unchanged at 79.2. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.